you.
Again, I greet you from the conference center of the Nigerian Medical Association Annual Delegates Meeting for 2018, taking place in Abuja at International Conference Center. And this is 10 minutes with the candidates. And right now, I'm speaking with the candidate for the office of the Secretary General. I would like him to introduce himself and then tell us where he's coming from and what his pedigree is.
Yes, my name is Dr. Adeyeye Jimmy Aribabu. I'm a specialist family physician and health management consultant. I'm from NMA Lagos, and I've been in government service as a medical practitioner. After some years, I left and went into private practice, which I have practiced for over 2 decades now, and I'm still in practice. Yes, my pedigree rose from the fact that I was among the 5 visionaries that thought of Badagry Zone of Nigeria Medical Association of Lagos State as far back as 1991. However, it was officially inaugurated October 31, 1998. And ever since, I've risen to the ranks as the Public Relations Officer, Assistant General Secretary, and Zonal Chairman 2 times, 2004, 2006, 2008. And I've also been a member of the State Executive Council of NMA Lagos, ranging from 2004, severally to 2006, 2008, 2012, 2014, 2016. Besides this, I've been an ambassador of peace to NMA Lagos because ordinarily I've been involved in membership awareness and membership mobilization, because I do not actually believe there should be a language like membership drive in NMA, because by default every doctor should be a member. We only need to awaken their awareness to know that they're members. Outside of this also, I served a major affiliate of NMA, which is AGPMPN, in which case I served in the capacity of zonal officer, also moving through the ranks until I became the first vice chairman of the state, 2010, 2012. In fact, 2008, 2010, then 10 and 12, 2 times first vice chairman. I later became the state chairman of AGPMPN, 2012 to 2014, 2016. In which case, by default also, I became a member of the State Executive Council of NMA. Outside of this, some of us believe that the appendages of the body, like the eye, the nose, and the ears, they will not ask the other body part why they are there. So when the health insurance was introduced to Nigeria, some of us came together. We worked under the tutelage of the late Dr. Ishelu Awonide. In 2004, we floated the Healthcare Providers Association of Nigeria, which was one ingredient part of an affiliate, in fact, one ingredient part of a healthcare delivery component that constituted nothing more than the Act 35 of 1999, which recognized the role of providers in health insurance and medical care in Nigeria. So that floated August 7, 2004. I was also appointed to be the first corporate affairs officer. Later rose to the ranks Assistant General Secretary for the country. Later became the Secretary General for the country. And at the end of the day, became the Deputy National President. An officer still, holds it today as the Deputy National President of Healthcare Providers Association of Nigeria. This is the only body corporate that the NHIS Act recognized. And besides that, I've also had the privilege of having been sponsored to Rwanda, sponsored to Ghana, sponsored to other countries, both within and outside Nigeria, by federal government of Nigeria, to go and do health care and health insurance study, to the extent that I came back to do a big report, cascaded and shared for by Nigerians. Outside of this, I was appointed a member of the Joint Learning Group, JLN, of health insurance study in the world. 13 countries being driven, who are already successful in health insurance management, spearheaded and manned by America. And on this, again, I became a member of the country core group of health insurance in Nigeria. It has not ended there. Along the line also, I saw a reason to join the vanguard who are doing reversal of medical tourism in Nigeria. And because of this passion, in the year 2008, between March 1st and March 15, and March 15 to March 30, I brought people from America, that is Nigerians in the diaspora and also Americans also. Brought them from America, brought them from Venezuela, brought them from Canada, brought them from UK, and in fact Asia, to come and do medical capacity building in Nigeria, where we mobilize Nigerian doctors to participate in that so as to increase our capacity. We therefore for 15 days occupied Lagos. In fact, Ikorodu General Hospital and Care House, which is last week today, as well as Ala Maternity, were areas we left our landmarks. We didn't only do surgery and surgical medical mission, we also donated scanning machine, colposcopy machine, name them, to help the government to know that some people are still interested in allowing the good appearance of healthcare in the country. Besides that, remember then that ACN was the party controlling Lagos. So it's not political, because we also went to Ogun State for the second half of that particular month, 15 to 31. Ogun State was then under PDP, so it couldn't have been political. There again too, under Daniel, this is our governor, Benga Daniel, we covered, you see, Omujebu, Jarafitu, Abeokuta, all those places we covered and used Gateway. In fact, I mobilized even the former commissioner for health in Lagos State to go with us, Ogundimu, and then a commissioner in Ogun State, that's Honorable Shinowo, joined us, Dr. Salako joined us. In fact, we mobilized a lot of who is doing the healthcare to join us in the jungles. These were passions, and personally, I donated to that cause a token sum of 5 million naira, in person, materials, and in worth of donation to make sure that health mission, surgical mission, was a success. At the end of the day, I remember Governor Fashola, who gave a parting speech to the team, finally said yes, they were never in the picture that we still have concerned Nigerians who could just ordinarily, without any special interest of any material gain, we want to turn the facet of health care delivery in the country to a positive fashion. And we are doing it because we wanted to reverse of medical tourism. And how best did we achieve it later? I was, by the grace of God, the person who brought in doctors from Ruby Hall in India, that is state of Maharashtra, to come and do the first set of open heart surgery in Lagos State University Teaching Hospital, pediatric surgery, which was acknowledged and renowned, very successful, because no casualty. Everything was beautiful. And what did we do? We brought in this expert and we recruited our own doctors to join them in the theater. It was done free of charge. Only the governor paid for their flight and their accommodation. Again, is to show that Nigeria can go places. At least India, in the same pedestrian about 20 years ago, is now a different nation today. Nigeria can also climb the same pedestrian. Again, I was among the team that thought of bringing family medicine, diploma in family medicine to Nigeria, postgraduate diploma in family medicine. And by 2011, in Nigeria, I can tell you that at Sickle Cell Center, I was among the official member inauguration committee that based postgraduate diploma in family medicine in Nigeria into fruition. And today, many Nigerian doctors have keyed into it, and they're having their postgraduate diploma in family medicine. What else? The passion keeps remaining, because at a stage, I've tried to vie to be the NMA chairman of Lagos State. The election was muddled up, and I had to step down to still make sure nothing bad happened. In fact, at the time, they say, okay, they mixed the ballot boxes, they missed the vote. They asked me if I wanted it annulled. I said, no, it's passion and love. Let them continue. In 2016, a similar event happened. I also personally wrote a note to allow peace to reign, backed up from that election, and say, look, I don't need to contest to allow peace to reign. I don't have any selfish intention to do it. But then, outside of that, I've been an ambassador of peace. I was appointed by NMA Lagos State to be the chairman reconciliatory committee for Lagos NMA. Didn't end there. The national body under Obembe appointed me to be the chairman of Port Health NMA in this country. Again appointed me to be a member of the National Executive Council. It didn't end there. I was one of the first who traveled around the seaport, the land port, and in fact the airport for that particular period. Normally no vote was given to us. As the chairman of that committee, you need to use your own personal resources. And in fact, I did a 72-page document when I came back, because I visited about 48 places of land and air. I also did all this, and I was asked to summarize them into a 1.5-page summary, which was put in the brochure of the enemy. This is to say we want to lead by example. Today, I'm vying to be Secretary General of the enemy, because I've been the International Secretary General of the Concerned Nigerian International on the reversal of medical tourism. It doesn't end there. I've also been the Secretary General of healthcare providers. I've also served the NMA at the local level, at the state level, and at national level at different capacities. I have the passion, at least for the first time that we have medical legal desk in this country. My regime as the AGPMP chairman of Lagos State, which was given to me twice, 2012 to 2014, 2014, 2016, because it never happened in Lagos that you want to be chairman for 2 terms. They had this trust that over 3,000 doctors in Lagos said, look, do it for us in 2 terms. The first medical legal workshop ever done in this country was done under my regime at the Airport Hotel, March 17, 2016. And what was it all about? It was all about doctors being arrested, being harassed, being chained, and being handcuffed. Once the police heard of any particular case of what they call mortality in the hospital, without any preliminary investigation, they will lock up the doctor, bailable or unbailable. They will humiliate him, disgrace him before the patient. And it is only after that workshop, which was successful, which Femi Falana even agreed to chair that desk, and in which case we also brought in the Commissioner for Health of Ogun State, who is Babatunde Paye, who is here today in this particular gathering, who you can cross-check all this data from. We brought in Femi Falana, we brought in cream of lawyers, including professors from University of Lagos, to participate. We brought the Commissioner for Health of Lagos State to participate. And today is a reference point that no doctor arrested in Lagos will be, for any reason, detained for more than 12 hours without a release or without a bail while the case is under investigation. Until it happened recently, you cannot go beyond the strength of your affiliate. We will need an enemy to step forward. So recently, when some doctors were probably arrested also from a tertiary institution in Lagos, they are with the federal tertiary institution, I know what God used me to do to finally build out those people from incarceration. We need a national desk for medical legal cases, wherein our doctors will not be that humiliated. I had to bring in Laolu Osain, who is a world medical legal expert, to come in to float it for us in Lagos, also to try and float it for them at the national level. It's not only this, I'm a member of the World Family Doctors, a direct member, which we call WONCA. I'm a member of the American Academy of Family Physicians. And I also have other awardees or awards, let me put it that way, in various areas. In fact, I'm the first line chief of Lagos State, Baba BA of Otawori Kingdom in Lagos, with me, father of safe delivery. The title bestowed on me December 21, 1996 to date. You have to be responsible to be giving such things. Not only that, I've served as the local government health authority for Otawori local government, appointed by Lagos State government under Fashola from August 4, year 2010, up to 5 years, up to 2015. Today, I am proud to tell you my passion that NMA will be taken to the next level, a digital secretariat, my mission and vision. We can do teleconferencing, we can do conferencing meetings to reduce cost and accident vulnerability. Apart from that, we must pursue the strategic plan of the NMA of 2017 to 2022. I have a passion to work with the NMA president, whoever emerges as the president of NMA. I can work with anybody. I am an adaptable character. In fact, I'm amphibious. I can exist in water and on land ordinarily. That means I'm adaptable. I'm not saying it for political reasons. That have been my person, that have been my personality. So what I need and I preach is peace and peace and peace. What I need to do also, if I come in, is to explore area of universal healthcare coverage for the Nigerian population, which is now ranging to about 180 million. In fact, working on the theory of 170 million Nigerians, I can tell you here today that 70% of these 170 million of Nigerians are residing in rural areas, and this is 120 million people. You see, 30% are residing in urban areas, which is 50 million people. The Nigerian NDCN data of doctors is showing that we have about 40,000 doctors registered on the approximate level. 70% of 40,000 doctors is 28,000. These 28,000 doctors are serving urban area, made up of 30% of the population. 30% of the population in the urban area is simply talking of 50 million people, so to say. The remaining 120 million people who are in the rural areas are being serviced by 12,000 doctors. You can see the mass distribution. And what do we now need? We're having daily what we call rural urban migration. This is a serious situation because there is nothing to impress, nothing to motivate the rural doctors. And that's why people are moving from rural to urban. Can't we reverse it by at least giving what we call rural allowance to these rural doctors, for example, encourage them. If I come on board, all these things, we're going to change and make sure they're doing well. I'm going to build wisely on the bridge agenda to make sure I stand on generational difference. On the older ones on the right, the younger ones on the left, I must bridge them together to make sure the interest of everybody is brought into play, both the old and the young. And what do we need? Every family believes that you have children, you have offspring, so that you can continue in the genealogical way that you are. So we should bring up those ones coming behind for them to come and take up the mantle. Those who are elderly, they are the bank of our information. They are our archive. They are our library. We need them to be on ground with us so that we will not derail, we will not make mistake. So everybody is important. Everybody is needed. We have to do this to make sure we have all-inclusive government. I'm going to be obedient. I'm going to serve Mr. President, who is going to be my boss. My reason and duty is to just suggest this to him passionately. I'm a Yoruba man. There are areas I have to even prostrate for him and beg him, Oga, let's allow this thing to flow, for example, so that I can work. Not a matter of it must work, it must work. It's a prerogative because the chief spokesman for the association is the one to determine how the ship will sail. So my duty is to assist him. My duty is to help him, to remind him of constitutional provisions so that he will see a team that will be working at least to the admiration of the people that have put us on board and at least to save the face. And again, we have to look for alternative way of sponsoring healthcare in the country. Not only that, alternative way of sponsoring NMA that is different from what we call capitation we get from the MDCA. We should begin to also think business to the level that's permitted by our constitution. We can register body that will not be in the name of NMA, yet it's owned by NMA. That body will be used for our business area, business aspect. We can do bottled water. What prevents us from this in the name of that way? We can also do something and pursue it in ICT, like a contract Mr. President came to sign in Lagos recently, memorandum that they came to sign with the Quiver Group. In fact, it was a Providence meeting that I was there I was appointed as the director of the ceremony. My president was there also to call me to come and sign that memorandum. That is like Facebook. That is like a WhatsApp. If you sign it, each time we visit that particular website, money will be spinning in for the NMA. We need this type of innovations. And in fact, I said today, if I'm brought on board to do this, I am going to ensure all-inclusive situation where all affiliates will be taken care of, both public and private affiliate of NMA. Everybody will be taken care of in an area of equity. We must be fair to all so that we can grow and grow and grow. I am going to make sure I get the actuarial database of countries like Finland and America and the UK, where they have practiced insurance is successful. We bring it in here to have what you call appropriate pricing of healthcare delivery and healthcare products. It's when you have the appropriate pricing of the healthcare products that you can know what amount of money you're going to budget for the healthcare human resource. Without that, consultants today who are taking only 35% of their salaries and wages they are today rejoicing and thinking that they're getting the best in the country. They're getting the best. They think they're getting the best from healthcare salary. They are not really getting it. Please.
So continue.
So if I'm given the opportunity, I also want to make sure the networking that have been built over the years, over 30-something years have been in practice. We need to use this local, national and international networking to make sure we take NMA to the next level. What do we need? We have reached a level where the NMA can simply give a telephone call. You access the National Assembly. You access, in fact, you can see the event that happened there yesterday. The capacity of human beings that were here. General Gowon was there. Our Vice President was there. The Senate President was here. In fact, look at it, old minister and new minister, they were all here. What else do we want? This is the kind of capacity that an Ogrima-led regime, I would tell you, I give it to him, that he has achieved it to that level. All we need to do is that it can be simply better. We can go from that level. Every parent will pray that my succeeding children should do better than me. So we are praying to raise the bar. We are praying to unite all of us. We are praying to look at zones and states where there is no peace to help to create peace. It's when we are peaceful that we can be progressive. Even as a nation, there's no peace in the nation that cannot be progress. So my passion and mission is to make sure I work with a team. I work with a Mr. President who's my leader, who's going to be my team leader, who's going to be my Oga, somebody I will report to. And then an NOC who I will work with and then move in their direction. And then a NEC who I will be obedient to and operate according to the constitution of the association and passionately assist everybody on board to make sure Mr. President is able to achieve his vision and mission. That is why I am coming on board.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jimmy, for these contributions. One thing I also want to find out from you is what the elections are going to hold tomorrow. I know in every democratic setting, any election, there will always be a win or a lose, or I mean a loss. So now, assuming you don't win, what will be your reaction?
Thank you. Every coin manufactured has two sides, the head and the tail. So if you are holding a coin, prepare your mind, you must look at the two sides, the head and the tail. If you cannot behold the two sides of the coin, don't hold the coin. So winning or losing, they are both components of electioneering process. Therefore, if you rejoice to win, you must also accept sportsmanship, supposing you lose. All that is important is that let there be justice. Let there be what you call proper conduct. and let there be the symbol that a just state is one that is ruled by just men. But know that Adeyeye Jimi Arigbabuwo is an ambassador of peace, and therefore, if it can happen at the national level, if it can happen internationally, I'm a man of world best practices. Once you do the right thing, whatever be the outcome, everybody should have the muscle to make sure you accommodate it. And no matter how you look at it, I cut out to win. So I'm contesting to win. But if it comes out to be the other way around, which is not my portion by spiritual implication, I must also consult my God and say, Father, perhaps it is your will. Thank you.
Okay, then, so, and if you win, then what do you think about this politics of winner takes all?
Thank you very much. Once you win an election, I do not believe that you are the winner. Even if you say you are the winner, everybody becomes the champion. You must learn the culture of integrating everybody in, all inclusive, to make sure everybody is the winner. So, because there are times you win the one, you lose the battle. So it's not a matter of, oh, I have won. All those people who are opposed to me, I will ostracize them. I don't want to see them again. That's not maturity, as far as I'm concerned.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jimmy.
Thank you very much.
We wish you very well.
Thank you.
And the best in office if you get there.
Thank you.
Don't forget what you have just said here today.
Thank you.
We are going to hold you by your words eventually, since we're also medical doctors.
Thank you.
So we wish you well.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Like I've mentioned, I remain an ambassador of peace. Let us all pursue peace. A just state is one ruled by just men. Thank you.
Thank you so much.